Are you planning to implement on-screen evaluation system for your education institute or university? Are you aware of some of the key factors that will help you to succeed while implementing on-screen evaluation system? On-screen evaluation system is such a large-scale system which impact various stakeholders like examiners, moderators or registrar, and it will help you to improve result processing of your education institution. But if you have not taken into consideration some of the key aspects, then your on-screen evaluation implementation might fail. So today I am going to discuss 5 key mistakes you should be avoiding in order to succeed during on-screen evaluation system. So stay tuned. First key thing while implementing on-screen evaluation system would be pilot phase. So if you are starting implementation of such a large-scale IT system which is going to be used by many users or there are many stakeholders, then pilot phase is a key phase in order to succeed during on-screen evaluation implementation. So pilot phase is the phase where mock evaluation process is conducted, where examiners have been assigned some of the mock answer sheets, as well as moderators are asked to evaluate digital answer sheets using pilot phase. So pilot phase definitely helps you to understand how system works, what are the key strengths associated with the system, or how to use system effectively. There are various institutes or universities who have implemented on-screen evaluation system, but they have skipped the pilot phase. So because of that process, they have experienced a key failure while implementing on-screen evaluation system. So if you are planning to implement on-screen evaluation system for digital evaluation of answer sheets, then you must take care of pilot phase. So pilot phase will definitely help to improve acceptability of a large-scale IT system like OSM. Another key aspect while implementing on-screen evaluation system will be providing hands-on training for the evaluators or moderators, even university registrar. So training phase will definitely help stakeholders of the IT system to understand system in a better way. So while implementing on-screen evaluation system, there has to be demo videos or pilot videos should be available for the examiners or evaluators so that they can understand how this IT system works. So while implementing on-screen evaluation system, if you try to skip training phase of the which is very critical phase of the OSM, so in that case, examiners or moderators, they will find it difficult to understand the system. So acceptability of the new system drastically reduced down if you try to skip the pilot phase. There are various education institutes or universities who try to implement on-screen evaluation system without implementation of the training phase or without conducting various training sessions. That has resulted in the failure of OSM implementation. So training phase or evaluation phase is key to succeed during on-screen evaluation process. Another key thing during on-screen evaluation process would be providing support during on-screen evaluation process. So on-screen evaluation process is a simplification of digital answer sheet evaluation. So there are hundreds of examiners or moderators try to log into the system from various locations. And during the evaluation phase, they should be provided with a 24/7 kind of a support. If they face any kind of difficulty while accessing the on-screen evaluation system, then enough support should be available so that they can resolve their queries in a quick time. So on-screen evaluation implementation provided by Splashgate, where we provide 24/7 technical support, where if any examiner or moderator is stuck while evaluating the digital copies of the answer sheets, then all those queries are resolved during instant time. There are various supports like live chat or telephonic support available, which will definitely help to improve overall simplification of on-screen evaluation process. There are various universities or education institutes which try to implement such a large-scale system, but they fail to provide enough support or enough support during on-screen evaluation implementation. So that might result in a failure of OSM implementation. So 24/7 support or instant support is a key to succeed during on-screen evaluation implementation. Another key thing while implementing on-screen evaluation process will be digital storage of the answer sheets. There are various university norms or even government norms where you need to store the copies of the student answer sheets for a period of 3 to 5 years. So while implementing on-screen evaluation system, there is a process where physical answer sheet copies are scanned and those are stored in a digital format. So proper backup mechanism has to be taken care while storing such answer sheets. So if you fail to implement a backup process or there is no enough secure backup mechanism, and there are cases if the system is attacked by the hackers, then you might lose digital copies of the answer sheets. So that might definitely create issues if any particular student files a RTI and you do not have that copy of the student answer sheets, then there might be issue associated with that for the universities. So while implementing on-screen evaluation system, there has to be proper mechanism where you need to have a backup of the digital answer sheet storage. So that will definitely help you to succeed while implementing on-screen evaluation process. Another key factor while implementing on-screen evaluation system would be taking continuous feedback from the various stakeholders like examiners or evaluators or moderators. Those are the key stakeholders who are going to use such a system on a continuous basis. So if they are facing any kind of difficulty or if they are providing any kind of suggestion related to feature upgrade or user interface improvement, then those key factors should be taken into consideration. Continuous feedback mechanism will definitely help to improve acceptability of the system, and that will also improve satisfaction associated with various stakeholders like examiners or evaluators. So if you are going to have a continuous feedback system while implementing on-screen evaluation process, then that will definitely help you to quickly generate examination results after completion of the examination process. So to conclude, on-screen evaluation system will definitely help you to adopt technology for improving result processing or result generation. And if you try to avoid those 5 key mistakes that are shown on the screen, then that will definitely help you to adopt best practices associated with on-screen evaluation implementation. We are working with many education institutes or universities who have adopted on-screen evaluation system developed by Splashgame, and which is helping them to generate results in a record 8 days. So without using such a technology, they used to take almost 45 days for implementation or for the generation of the results. So that is definitely helping them to reduce cost associated with the result processing, and life of the moderators or examiners has also improved because moderators or examiners are able to evaluate answer sheets sitting at any location in a secure manner. Advanced security practices implemented in on-screen evaluation system are helping to provide access to only to authorized examiners or moderators. So if you wanted to have a demo of our on-screen evaluation system, or if you want to understand best practices adopted by our organization, then definitely you can connect with us for the demo purpose.